Welcome, boils and ghouls, in for a reaction, which I think you can pretty much see. I am a huge God of War fan. I have pre-ordered every single game, yes, every single one, since I was 15 years old. That was literally 15 years ago. 16, I'm 31. So I'm a huge God of War fan. I have every collector's edition. I have memorabilia up the ass. I even had an entire standee of Kratos that I had custom made for me, and then I made myself on the back of it. It was this like shield mount, right? So I could wear it around at Comic-Con. Seriously, that was me at SDCC 2016 holding my Kratos statue. And yes, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. This is a legit Yu-Gi-Oh card from Konami. They had a booth where you could make your own. You took your own picture. It's a token card. I actually have two of them. So yes, I am a huge God of War fan. I was at the announcement at E3 when they showed the last game. I got to meet the staff. I was late to my job. Yes, I was literally late to my job. I was working at a booth, and I decided to go to God of War. And I got in super major trouble for it, but it was so worth it. I got that shirt. I met people. I talked to the crew. I got to see this epic theater experience. I wish I had it recorded. It was so much fun, and I wish I could do something for this one. Unfortunately, COVID, E3 really hasn't been a thing these last few years outside of online, and even then it's changed significantly. It's a lot harder to get a job, not just in the gaming industry, but for conventions in general in the gaming industry. It's a lot harder now than it used to be. So, we're going to get out of that funky funk, and we're just going to go right in. God of War Ragnarok. I have not watched this yet. I'm so fucking excited. It's stupid. So let's do this shit. I'm so fucking, like, I have goosebumps already. Okay. I love the fur. Oh, my boy. He's older. He's a teenager, even like a young adult. He's so much older. Freya. Yeah. Shivers. I'm shaking. Oh my god. For the Patir, yeah. Right? I love the blades. Oh my god, the blades look beautiful. Brocken Sindri. Oh, whoa. Are those frog people? No, that's not what you want. No, he is not. Yes. Yes. Okay, first off, we're getting that fucking hammer. We're gonna be getting this hammer. Ooh. Ooh. Yep. He's a giant. That looks incredible. I'm just gonna play it with it lower. Sorry, it's 3:30 a.m. Yeah. It's kind of hard to be excited about something that late when there's other people asleep. So like the first game, we have the deer, right? We start with the deer. And I already see this tension between them. Like, I think we're gonna get that Kratos Atreus fight. And see, if he's Loki, right? If he's Loki, then he's gonna end up with Thor and Odin. So I don't think we're gonna kill Thor or Odin in this game. God, it looks so good. Oh, God. I hope we can go everywhere there. I didn't notice that the first time there's people. We're actually going to get interactions with people. Not just these two. And not just like merchants. That's hard, man. I mean, I'm sure Kratos is always thinking like a general, right? Always. And see, that interaction with Thor is very interesting. I have a feeling Thor is going to try to use that because he knows Kratos isn't a calm person. Feeling Thor knows who he is. Odin too. Oh, I didn't even notice that. He was on a deer. Interesting. So interesting. They showed us so much. And her. Okay, hold on. So, we've got this to check out. So we got logos. Cool. Cool, I got a transparent PNG. Awesome. Definitely be using that. Social banners. Let's see, what does Facebook banners? Yeah, Facebook. Okay, so logo banner. Ooh. Okay, first off. Can you see the mouse? Yeah. Jormungandr looks dead. Absolutely. This almost looks Greek. That doesn't look, I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't particularly look Norse. And of course the lightning and the crows, the ravens. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, and then same shot. Zoomed in a little bit more with those two. Perfect. If I didn't already want a replica of this thing here, I absolutely fucking do now. Okay, so were the same things? Oh, just a little smaller. Okay, that's fair. Alright, so banners, social profile pictures. Angraboba. Or Angraboda? What? The name sounds so familiar. Hold on. Okay, now I can turn my screen on without worrying about... Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Let's see, so... Angraboda. Okay, so... Oh. Possible spoilers ahead. If you don't want spoilers about who she is, or possibly story element spoilers, cut the video. Just click that X button, go back, click backspace, because I think that should do it too. Yeah, so spoiler warning. Angraboda, I'm probably saying that horribly wrong, is a giant, right? I believe that's she's giant. Is she Jotun, right? That's... Oh wait, no. So these aren't giants. Is a type of entity contrasted with gods, Aesir and Vanir, and other non-human figures such as dwarves and elves. Entities are themselves ambiguously defined, variously referred to several other terms such as Risi, Thurs, or Troll. Okay, so no, it is the giants. Okay, I was right. Although the term giant is sometimes used to gloss the word Gutun in some... Okay, cool. So she's a giant. And Tyr's a giant, obviously. And it says here that Angraboda is the mate of Loki and the mother of monsters. And what that means is, if you didn't know, according to Norse mythology, Loki is the father of Fenrir, Jornheim, and or Jormungandr, and it says it right here. Hel, or Hela, Hela. The same thing, basically. The Marvel version of Hel. So the ruler of Hel, or the ruler of the dead Hel, the Midgard serpent Jormungandr, and then the wolf Fenrir. We already fought the wolf, I believe. Jormungandr we know exists because we had to deal with him, talk to him. We didn't deal with the Hela person, or Hel. We only dealt with the Guardian, so I'm gonna assume we're gonna go back. She's a giantess in Jotunheimer. There's so many... Okay, so giants. Okay, so she's a giantess of giants. Translated to the one who brings grief. She who offers sorrow, the harm bitter. According to scholars, the name Angraboda is probably a late invention dating from early the 12th century, although the tradition of three monsters born of Loki may be of greater age. And then you have like this poem here from... I don't know. It says 2002, but I could be wrong. Oh, the translation's in 2002, so it's from 40? 80, I'm assuming? Loki sowed the wolf on Angraboda and got Sleipnir on Sevadilfari. And got Sleipnir on Sevaldilfari. The witch alone seemed most evil, the one that came from the brother of Bailept. And there's another one here. It's not a poem, but it's just a thing. 27 to 34. There was a giantess called Angraboda in Giantland, where we've been before, Jotunheim. With her, Loki had 3 children. One was Fenrir, the second Jormungandr, and the third Hel. And when the gods realized these 3 siblings were brought up in giant land, and when the gods traced prophecies stating that from these siblings great mischief and disaster would arrive, then they would all felt evil was to be expected from them, to begin with because of their mother's nature, but still worse because of their father's. Interesting. Right? So Norse mythology plays off that Loki is a trickster god. He's adopted by Odin and kind of raised up as Thor's younger brother. Interesting, Thor's popping up now and he's talking about being a, not violent kind of guy, at least that's what it's hinting at. We both know that's not true. He is a violent son of a bitch. But it plays off like Loki was always kind of the bad guy. And if we go into how these games are playing off, it's definitely not that. It's definitely that Loki might be kind of a good guy, and that Thor, Odin, and the rest of them aren't particularly good in any way, shape, or form. They are selfish gods like Zeus, Ares, and the rest of them. Even Athena was quite selfish in some of her things, even though she had a little bit more grasp on the things that affected humanity versus, like Zeus not giving a fuck, or Poseidon not giving a fuck. Even Helios, literally when he met Kratos, he looked at him the second time after Kratos rescued him, and this whole fight was about to occur in 3. He's like, please, like, I don't want to fight you, man. You rescued me. Zeus is gonna push this, though, and it got to the point where it didn't matter who died, as long as, the gods lived, and that's not particularly right. You have to let people kind of have their own choice, and in a lot of the instances they weren't. Zeus particularly was extremely rapey. I mean, look how Kratos came to exist. He's the son of fucking Zeus. Alright, let's continue on. Cute, younger, or older. I like how the tattoo's kind of fading with age. Now, who is this guy? Durlin. Okay, so he is a dwarf. Looks like he was the second created after the first and foremost. Oh, see, he is one of the oldest dwarfs. He also forged the sword, the magic sword, Turfling, which helped the dwarf to... Ooh. Interesting. A sword, you say? He might very well be someone. We're gonna get some interesting information and materials out of. Curious what happened to his head. I'm sure we're gonna discover that. Alright, so let's see. Was that it? No, okay, that's what I thought. We got Freya, who, you got the tears still. She probably still cries about Baldur. Of course, our boy Kratos. He looks just as beautiful as ever. And then Mimir, our boy Mimir. Okay, cool. So those are our profile pics. So we got trailer gifs. So reveal trailer and Gaboda. Interesting. This shot alone, like, there's so much things to study, right? Oh god, sorry, I got an itch, okay? There we go. Okay, cool. Oh my god, this shot, the bridge, it looks like it maybe draws up and down. Possibly I could be wrong, and just looking at some details that are for other things. You got people walking around. I see at least 8 or 9 people. So we got 2 over here. We got 3 over here. 1, 2. And then I think I saw another one. I swear to God, I saw another one over. We have him. We have these 2. We have someone up here. And then I think there's someone over there too. So, and then look at this water, right? It's not just water. It has depth to it. It looks like we can go in the water. It's also curious. The whole trailer is winter, but this isn't. In fact, quite a few scenes didn't seem like they were winter. This badass. Curious about it. This one. The lore. Okay, got an octopus pet there. Interesting. Yeah, that was cool. Freya. That was super dope. Oh, I just realized that's Faye's bag. That's the bag of ashes. Oh. So he still keeps that on him? That's so sweet. Yeah. It's acceptable. I'm curious. So, he's writing there. I'm curious what he's writing. It seems like he's been quite busy now. You'd think Odin might be after him for coming for Mimir, after Mimir's head, but I have a feeling Odin knows a lot more than he's letting on. I think he knew about the prophecy, and I think he knew that Kratos was going to kill Magni and Modi. And I don't think Thor's going to be too happy about that. Not just that Kratos killed him, but that Odin kind of knew it was going to happen. Odin is a player. He likes to play the fates. Wonderful. Oh yeah. Oof. Of course, that's back to kind of a similar cutscene to the end credit scene we got when we went back home. It's the exact same shot, but it does look like Atreus. I don't know. It looks like he's younger. It does look he's a lot younger, and I'm gonna assume between the first game and this game, it's been a few years now because he's grown. Badass. God. I didn't think we were going to see Tyr because I kind of assumed Tyr was Kratos. So it is nice to see that we're going to get a little bit more. It's not what we all thought. God, I hope we get to go to every inch. Let's see. You know, I don't see Jormungandr anywhere. What if this is back in time? What if we go quite far back in time, actually? Interesting. Because Jormungandr's not here. This doesn't even look like Midgar. It almost looks like an entirely different continent. Okay, so that's the end of the gifts. And then we got the 1080 wallpapers. Fuck, that's beautiful. It's almost zombified. Okay. You know, they're kind of perfect for each other. They do look like they belong together. And look at his face, too. That's not just like a dull expression. That's kind of joy. Like he's enjoying this time with his father. Excuse me? Excuse me? Those weren't in the last game. Where is this red coming from? These are from God of War 1. That's kind of his original costume, and that reminds me of reminds me of his costume from the first games. Ooh. It's interesting how he has a lot more red now. Right, he didn't have as much red before. God, look at that detail. The barnacles. God damn it. Just, it's so clean. It could be a fucking movie. This thing. Interesting. We're gonna get into reptiles now. I definitely swear I saw frog people. That look. The fuck you just say, boy? God, the details. Right here, you can kind of tell it's a flat plane. I mean, I could be wrong. It could just be the angle. God, look at that. Like, ugh. Ugh. Beautiful. Because we got the coat, too, and then he loses the coat in some scenes. Like, there now, it's underneath, it looks like. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no, so it goes underneath parts of it. That's hate. It's pure fucking hate. Sindri, you got a flat head. God, look at Mimir's fucking face. Ugh. Look at the detail in the wood. It looks like someone came by with a fucking, like, one of those flat pick things and just scraped it chunk by chunk. God damn, man. This is crazy. Interesting. Is that Freya? I don't think that's Freya. Centaurs or deer people, maybe? Curious. Okay, so she hooked him. He didn't hook her. Yeah, because he's still got the blades. And, oh, shit. That's a big fucking thing. God damn. Like, he kind of looks like a normal guy until you really start to look at him, like how big his hands and feet are compared to like the lengthiness of his body. You can tell he's very malnourished. He hasn't eaten, drinking much in a long time. It's hard to tell here, but like someone with his build, he'd be thick. And his eyes, were they taken like Mimir's? Or are they special like Mimir's? Oh my god, look at the fucking waves. And I really love the gold we're starting to get in. I'm very curious if we're going to get his crown. I almost feel like it probably won't be till next game. Alright, I'm gonna have to scourge around and kind of find some more, or at least make my own PNGs and stuff, because there wasn't everything I wanted in that fan kit. There's a lot of things that I personally would use, but other people might not. I know with the first game, I actually found most of the stuff on ArtStation, so I might go there and see what I can find by some of the artists. I know like the Arc 2 models from the trailer were leaked on there. Well, not leaked, but the artist who made them put them up there a long time ago. And I need to go on there more. I used to in college when I was, doing game art, but not too much no more. Wow, this went so much longer than I thought. I'm probably going to cut a little bit out. But anyways, 95,000 bulls and ghouls. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Howdy, y'all. I'm recording this quite a few days after the original footage of me reacting to the God of War Ragnarok trailer I filmed it. So I've discovered some things, right? So I've discovered that Loki and Thor actually weren't brothers in any way, shape, or form in Norse mythology. I don't know Norse mythology quite too well. I studied Greek and Egyptian quite a lot, but even then, I wouldn't say I'm scholarly in any way. I just know stuff. Norse mythology, I know very little about. Um, and as I've come to discover after doing some research after the video and after recording and everything, I have discovered that there's quite a few things in mythology that are wrong. Um, well, not particularly in mythology that we think of mythology that are wrong. For instance, Thor and Loki that are stepbrothers or brothers in some sorts. That is absolutely not really in mythology. Like, it's crazy. I swear to God, I was always taught that in school. But apparently, it's strictly from media entertainment. Specifically, a lot of it comes from Marvel Comics. Not even the movies at first, but just the comics themselves did a lot. And is very interesting. So I kind of threw some of my theories from before out the window, especially the one where it's like, how is Atreus going to end up with. Sorry, I got my blades here, and they're just. Yeah. So, how was Atreus going to end up with Thor and Odin? Well, he's not. He's not at all going to end up with Thor and Odin. That's not going to happen, which is actually kind of nice. I'm very curious to see where it's going to go. I do have a feeling we're going to get Kratos versus Atreus in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if we'll get it in this game or if we'll get it in the next game, or even if it might take a few more games from that. But it definitely seems like we're going to start getting their split here of what they personally believe in. And, I mean, again, Atreus wanting Kratos to be that Spartan general that he was, but it's not going to be possible. So, yeah, this is my little, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Thanks, guys. Hope you had a fun video. Bye.